Hello, hello, my lovelies. Welcome to another bookish reading vlog. So, as you can see, my current read, Good Spirits by B.K. Borson. This will be the second book I read by B.K. Borson. I read Love Life Farms. That was like a 3-star read for me, but so far, reading Good Spirits, I'm already loving it way more than Love Life Farms. So it's looking like it's going to be a higher star rating with this one. And let's talk about what this book is about, because I went in blind and I had a great time so far. So it is this young lady. She is all alone. She owns an antique shop. She doesn't have a sister, but her sister and her fell out a couple months ago, is what I've seen. From what I've read, her and her sister fell out a couple months ago and she's really broken up about it. She has a personality of like a really sweet person and she's really nice. So the whole premise is that the ghost of Christmas past, right? He came to haunt her and basically showing her past, and she has to figure out what in her past she did wrong and what she needs to change about her personality wise. But the thing is, usually the ghost of Christmas past, he's assigned to haunt people that are really terrible, and he's just like, she's not a terrible person, she's really nice, so is this a wrong assignment? Like he tried to ask his higher up, and his higher up is like, obviously it's not wrong, we're never wrong. So he's trying to figure out why he's haunting her, while she's trying to figure out what in her past has caused her to be haunted, or what she needs to change about herself now, or what she needs to change from her past. Well, not from her past, but like, what did she do in her past that affects now? And then I guess after she sees all her past and figure it out herself, she's gonna move on to the ghost of Christmas present and then ghost of Christmas future. You know, the 3 ghosts. But it is a romance novel, so obviously there's going to be some type of a romantic happening between her and the ghost of Christmas past, and that is where I'm like, okay, that's interesting, because a ghost and a human, I very rarely read those stories where a ghost and a human fall in love, but I'm interested to see how the author does it, if I'm going to love the outcome, the overall outcome. But so far I am loving the interactions together and them trying to figure out what in her past she did that caused her to be haunted by him. And I love that he's like an Irish ghost that basically passed away by drowning like over 100 years ago. So he's way more older. He's not from the present time at all. That makes it so much more interesting, because he seems to be familiar with her, but how would he know her if he died hundreds of years ago? You know, that's why was another thing where I'm trying to figure that out as well. So I keep reading so I can get there faster, but it's probably not going to be revealed until the very end. Also, another thing, I have the audiobook of this one on Libby. It's returning on Wednesday morning. Today is Monday. So I'm trying to finish listening along with it and reading along before my audio book goes back. But if it goes back before I'm done reading it, that's fine. But I always like to try and listen all the way through on Libby before it goes back whenever I reach the last few days before I get to the book. But yeah, that happens. I might not make it. I might. We'll see. I have read up to page 74 so far of this book. It's 370 pages, so I have a little less than 300 pages to read. Today, I might not read anymore. I just started this morning. I was loving what I was reading, but I want to do some other stuff today, so I may or may not pick it back up later on today, but we'll see. But yeah, anyways, welcome to the start of a new reading vlog, and this is going to be one of my reading diaries vlog, because I want to do like some cozy bookish activities and basically tackle my December TBR in this reading vlog. So I was like, that sounds like a reading diaries type of vlog. So Reading Diaries episode 3. Haven't been doing the Reading Diaries for the past few months now, so I need to get back onto that. But yeah, tackle my December TBR and do some cozy activities. Good morning. I am currently reading Good Spirits. I'm over halfway through the book. I have less than 2 hours of the audiobook on Libby to listen to it, but regardless, I'm going to just continue reading physically because I'm almost done anyways after the audiobook returns back to Libby. So I was trying to rush. I woke up early to listen along and read along before Libby takes back their book, but not going to happen. Regardless, I'm actually really enjoying Good Spirits. I thought the premise was very off in my opinion. Like I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna love it because like a whole ghost girl. But I'm actually enjoying it. But I just feel like I'm hesitant to love it because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a whole ghost. No way this is gonna be happy handed. No way. No way. Like I've never actually watched or read anything where the characters fell in love with a ghost. Like I know there's a lot of stuff out there in the world with that premise, but I never actually picked it up because I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But the cover was so pretty, and I've already read a Christmas book from Beaker Boris, so I was like, let me read another one, Let me pick this one up and try it out. Let's try something new. And I'm actually enjoying it. I just don't know what to expect near the end. But yeah, I'm almost done trying to beat this Libby audio return window, but not gonna happen. So look, I have less than 200 pages to read. How much pages I have to read? I think I have 150 pages to read before it returns back to Libby, which on Libby it says I have 1.5 hours to return it. So I need to stop talking and go listen along and read along before it goes back. But yeah, I'm enjoying Good Spirits so far. I just finished reading Good Spirits. It was a very unique reading experience for me, to be honest, but I loved it. I loved it so much that I didn't want it to end. Like once I finally was reaching the last few pages, I was like, I kind of missed this already. It was so unique. This was such a unique storytelling because I've never actually read or watched anything where the love interest was a ghost. But honestly, this was done so uniquely, and it made me want to go back and watch, what was it called, The Christmas Carol, and also just I want to watch like those Christmas Hallmark movies because of this book. Like it really put me into that vibe. I wanted to like watch all the shows where the girl goes into like a small town with a Christmas tree farm. Like that's the vibes it was totally given, and I really love that. And I love how Harriet was such a Christmas girly. Like everything about her, she had like the Christmas pajamas. She had like a million Christmas trees in her house. Even though her house is tiny, it's just filled with all this joy. And even though she's alone, I love how happy she was being with herself still, even though she wasn't completely there. But she was really at peace with herself. And then she finally got more peace with herself once she resolved that thing with her mother and her sister. And then the whole thing with her and then the whole thing with her and Nolan, it was so good. It was so good. Granted, in the beginning, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this book. Like, yeah, it started out real jolly and nice, but then I was so confused with Nolan and Harriet's whole situation. Like, where's it gonna go? You know, I kept reading because I was like, where's this gonna go? Because something's off about their whole the vibe with each other. Where Nolan feels like he got the wrong person he's tasked to haunt because Harriet is so sweet. Because usually he haunts people that aren't nice. Like they haven't lived the best lives. They are not nice people, they're like evil people, and he's showing them their past so that they could change and become a better person. But he saw from day one with Harriet that he wasn't like that, and every time he's looking at her past with her, he's like, this is so odd. There's nothing wrong with her past, or there's nothing wrong with her present self either. So it was a pretty nice romance book. I honestly loved it. I didn't know where it was going, but where it did went, I really loved it, and I loved how it wrapped up. And it was so bittersweet, but it was so sweet in the end. I loved the ending. I love the revelations. It was so good. I think it was really done well. Like I think the romance tied together so well, and the whole little plot line there and the little hints was done really well. Once it was all given to us on one page, and I looking back into it, I was like, oh, that's why that happened. That's why that object was there. Yeah, and that it was so good. So I'm going to be giving it 4.5 stars just because in the beginning I wasn't like totally enthralled, and there were some parts where I was a little bit bored. But for the most part, I really, really enjoyed this book, and it really put me into like this jolly Christmas spirit. It makes me want to go watch some Christmas romance book movies now because of this. So I might be doing that in this week because I did say I was going to do some cozy activities, some cozy hobbies that I also love, not just reading, this week. I don't know what other book I'm going to be picking up this week. I might pick up Bookshops and Bone Dust, and again, I have this romance book that I might pick up too. I kind of feel like I want to read another romance book or The Charm with Seamsters. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, for now, I just finished Good Spirits, and I'm probably going to do some coloring today. I feel like doing that because I haven't been feeling the greatest lately. I've been feeling a little bit sick. I think I have a stomach bug or something, but yeah, finish that one. I have a few more books on my TBR to get down this December. It's just a matter of picking the right one to read next. It's time to unwrap new book mail. I don't know if I'll be buying more books this December because I've kind of already reached my limit of books that I wanted to buy this year. But I still need to buy a lot of books I've read and I haven't bought physically that I said I would buy. I guess that's my plan in December. I do need to do a book haul. I don't think I've done one at all this year too. That's another thing. But we'll think about that later. But yeah, new book mail. I may or may not read this week. I do want to pick it up though this week, so chances are I'll be picking up after my current read. Here I have Undead and Unwed. Doesn't this look so holiday-ish? Like, look at it. And then it's also about a vampire. It's just perfect for the season. So I wanted to read it in early December, which it is now. So this is what I'm planning to pick up next. What pages is it? Oh, it's pretty short. 313 pages. It's not a very long book. Yeah, definitely going to be picking this one up after I finish reading Bookshops and Bone Dust. This is actually really cozy and sweet. I'm glad that I finally picked it up. It's surrounding Viv, the main character from Legend of Latte. She's an orc, but she was on this mission with this what do you call the crews again? Those hunting crews. They have a name. Oh, a mercenary group. She was with a mercenary group, but she got injured really quickly. She's very young. This is before Viv in Legend of Latte, so she's very young, like a teenager young, probably like early 20s. Because Viv is much older in Legend of Lattes, which I keep mentioning that obviously because I love that one so much. But yeah, she's very young. She got injured, so she's like She was placed in this little small town called Mirth, and she just idling around basically until she gets better. But she meets all these other characters. They're very nice, especially this character that owns a bookshop, and her bookshop is basically failing. But Viv, that's how she started reading and enjoying the books at the bookshop, but also helping the bookshop owner to make the shop more welcoming and people come there and buy books, which obviously I love reading. So I love reading about bookstore settings and like library settings. So obviously I'm enjoying that, and it's very cozy and nice the way that they're building up the bookshop now. So I'm enjoying those scenes, but also Viv, she is a mercenary at heart, so she's also getting into a little action here and there surrounding this other character that she was hunting from the beginning with the mercenary group. So there is a little bit of action, but it's mostly on the cozy side, and I love cozy fantasy, so I'm enjoying it. It's not a very plot filled book. It's more character based. Even though all the events in this book happen before Legends and Lattes, I would say definitely read Legends and Lattes first and get like into that world first before you would pick this one up, because this one is like the prequel. But honestly, I would not have loved it if I didn't read Legend and Lashes first and loved it from that book. Because like going in is just like a very cozy, very on the cozy side. And I know a lot of people don't like cozy fantasies because they feel like a lot of nothing happening in there, which yeah, but I personally love reading about that. And also speaking of cozy, I want to do some coloring today. That's the plan today, some coloring. I'm not perfect at coloring like some of these girlies are out here like doing little splashes and dots and all that and like shading. I'm not that type of color. I just like to put colors on the pages. I just like to fill the white pages with color. That's what I like doing. Like in my own like I'm not trying to be a fancy coloring girly or anything. It's just a hobby, so I'm not trying to do anything exquisite. But I was thinking I would do one of these pages. Maybe this one with the antique shop. I was thinking, since I'm reading about a bookshop, I'm like, do a color shop page. Yeah. So I'm gonna continue listening to bookshops and bondas while I do this color page right here. Hi, new meal, very exciting meal. So first thing I'll be doing today is unwrapping this right here. My last clip, I was taking down my puzzle piece from fall. It's a new season, so of course, I'll be doing a new seasonal puzzle set. Look at it, it's so pretty. I am super excited. I found out from last year that I really love doing puzzles. I mean, I knew that when I was younger, but I haven't done it in a long time. And I just revived a hobby of mine last year, and I think I fear I'll be doing it forever from now on. Like I was like, oh, that's gonna be my old woman hobby, puzzle piece, making puzzles, which I have no problem with. I love it. It's like a patient thing to do, and I'm a very patient person, so it makes sense that that's my favorite hobby to do other than reading. Like I love reading. It's like a slow processing hobby, reading and also puzzling. So I feel like it fits together, especially when you listen to the audiobook and you can work on your puzzle. That's what I love doing. I'm like making space. I didn't get to finish my coloring yesterday. I don't need to finish that page. I always don't finish the pages. Okay, I need something to open this up. But in the meantime, I finished reading Bookshops and Bondas by Travis Baldier. I gave it 3 stars. It wasn't as great as Legends and Lattes, but I didn't expect it to be as fun, which I was thinking that because the characters in Legends and Lattes, I really love those characters, and they were not going to be in this one because it's a prequel, but that's fine. So 3 stars is what I gave it. It was okay. I love Viv and her characterization. I love the ending with the epilogue where they mentioned Merc again, but I feel like it didn't have that much substance with the characters. Like, yeah, I like the characters, but I feel like they were very like on the surface. I didn't get to learn much about them, so I wasn't as invested in their whole plot line and their whole like livelihood. I wasn't as invested as I was in Legend of Lattes, but that's fine. I might read the 3rd book because that one is all the characters from Legend of Lattes, so I might read that one, pick that one up. I'm not gonna say never gonna pick up the rest of the series because I love a good cozy fantasy, and once I already picked up something in that series, I know of it, so I might just pick it up whenever I want to read a cozy fantasy when I can't find one to read. So I maybe read it. I think it's Brigards and something. I forgot the name. But yeah, new puzzle set. Gonna unwrap it. Okay. We're putting it up here. So I have it displayed for when I'm ready to start working on it. I'm going to work on it today, but first off, I wanted to pick between these 2 books, The Charmwood Seamstress or Undead and Unwed. Like, I'm more gearing towards this, but I really want to read this one too. So I'm like, which one do I pick up? I don't know yet, but you'll see in like my next clip which one I pick up, basically. I finished my coloring on this page finally. I did it in one day. Usually I do it in like 2 days or 3 days. I don't know why it takes me that long to like color. I think it's because I'm just trying to decide the right colors that will go together. So I think I kind of like this one, but not. I don't love it because I did mess up a bit with some, and then like once I got it on the paper, I was like, maybe I could have used a different color. But it's so cute. I like it. It's so pretty. It's honestly my best work. The rest of them, I feel like was given. It was just awful. Like, look at this one. This one was awful. I did not like that color at all. I didn't know the pink would be so bright. I was expecting like a pastel pink, you know. So I'm still trying to figure out what color to give like these little cute animals. But this one for sure is my favorite. Like, I like that I add that little tip of different color to the tail. That right here was cute. And the antique shop looks like what I think an antique shop would look like a cozy little animalistic setting. That's what it's given. So I like it. But yeah, that's my little color activity done for the weekend. I think I'm going to be closing off this vlog today. Today's Sunday. I didn't think I'm going to be doing much reading today, so it makes sense to just close off the vlog. I did continue reading Undead and Unwed. I got up to page 112, and first impression, I really like the main character, Tiffany. She's a vampire. Like, she's like 300 something years old. She lives in LA, but with like this new thing happening in her life, she had to move to Vermont. So the whole setting of the book is set in Vermont, in like this like small town where everyone knows everyone. But the whole problem here is that Tiffany, she stole someone's identity. Well, she bought someone's identity that has a similar name to her. Her name is like Tiffany, but the girl that she stole her name is like Tiffany with a Y. But hers, because she was from, where was she from? Romania, something like that. I don't remember where she's from, but where she's from, she doesn't live there anymore. Obviously, she's now in America. and she's been living in Italy. But her whole premise, the whole premise with this book is that she's like a 300-year-old vampire that is like down on her luck. She's not the most wealthiest, but that's because she refused to stay with the vampire club. Basically, they have like this whole parliament, and they're very uptight and nitpicky about what they want vampires to do. So she doesn't want to be a part of that. So she's just struggling it out by herself. And I'm like, oh, props to you, girl, because I would expect a vampire to be rich as heck, because they live for so much years. They should have a accomplished life by now, living that long. But apparently not for her. And then she has like this ex-boyfriend that works for the parliament. He's like a prince of the parliament or whatever. But they're exes because of differences in opinion relating to the vampire world. But yeah, so she has an ex-boyfriend. She's struggling in real life. She has to pay rent. But now her stolen identity person inherited like this old mansion that's like a bed and breakfast. She moved there because of unexpected circumstances, and she moved there with her neighbor. But it's all fun so far because she's hilarious without even trying. And I feel like she's so straightforward, but people think that she's just joking, which I love characters like that where they're just being for real, but the people around them think they're joking because they're like, no way you did that. Like, she starts to tell people that she's a vampire and they're just laughing. Like, they're like, oh, because she tells people also that she has like an allergy to like the sunlight and it gives her blisters. I forgot the name that she said that that type of illness is, but yeah, people believe her, but they also think she's joking when she says she's a vampire because of that. And like this small town, everything closes at around 6 or 5 p.m. So she's like, what the heck? What am I going to do in this town if I can only come out at night when the sun is already set? It's very interesting. It's very fun so far. I just don't think I'll be reading a lot today. I'm not really in like a reader mood, to be honest, today. Like, I can feel that I'm not in that mood. I think I'm just going to watch a show today. Probably a Hallmark movie or something. That's what I've been wanting to watch, a Hallmark movie ever since I read Good Spirits, and I haven't picked up one. So I think I'm gonna do that finally. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this reading vlog this week. More like a cozy hobby vlog. Like, I was just more like doing different hobbies. I did read 2 books, but it took me many days to read those books because I was just more in the taking it slow headspace. Even with this book, usually I would be done reading this book by today, but I was just taking it slow. I didn't want to like rush through anything in December because we're going into a new year. I'm not trying to rush into 2026. I'm trying to take this last few days of 2025 as slow as possible, because I don't know what we have in store for 2026, to be honest, guys. I'm like kind of dreading it. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye for now.